Hi everyone, this is Carmen with Virtual Stacks, an innovator of digital marketing and cloud-hosted business solutions. Today, we'll be sharing 7 marketing and sales techniques that every small business truly needs in 2017. These tips have been useful for businesses we've worked with, so we're happy to share them with you today. First, think about these 3 questions. 1. Are you thirsty for more success, more return on your investments, more financial freedom in your business? 2. Are you committed to doing whatever it takes to make these goals come true? 3. Are you equipped with the right strategies to build a thriving business in the digital age? This is a sobering chart, and I always look at this at least once a week, since it's a reminder that businesses go out of business all the time. 80% of businesses fail within 18 months of opening their doors. While some take a lot longer to fail, this is not a reality you want to face. You started your business since it's your dream, and you know that with enough hard work and by doing the right work in the beginning, you can bring that dream to life. We want to help you do just that. So, we have to ask, why do most businesses fail? What do the 80% do wrong that the 20% do right? If you were to look up why businesses often fail, sources like CNBC cite that some of the most common reasons include having a stale marketing message, failing to join the digital revolution, over-relying on one customer, having poor financial management, or underestimating the competition. For 38% of failed businesses, they fail because they forgot to focus on the most important thing in their business, their customer. If you think about it, pitfalls like an outdated marketing approach, mismanaging inventory on items customers want most, and not winning over enough customers probably contributed to the failures of this 38%. Whatever it was, it caused them to lose sight of their customer. We want to help you avoid these mistakes. So let's move into our first technique, which is this. Identify your perfect world customer and know them better than they know themselves. Most business owners know one thing. They want to keep running their business and getting more customers so they can stay in business longer. And that's a good goal. In fact, it should be the first thing on your mind every day. But if that's your only goal, then you're just moving from new customer to new customer, not really building the kind of business you want to run 5, 10, or even 20 years from now. If you don't know exactly who your perfect world ideal client is, then you won't be running your perfect world business. And then, after a while, you're going to ask yourself, what's the point? Expert market guru and million-dollar sales writer Dan Kennedy has a great book on this subject. It's called No BS in Marketing to the Affluent. And if you haven't read it yet, you probably should. In it, Dan tells business owners exactly what they need to ask themselves about their perfect world customer. How old are they? What's their income level? Is it $50,000 a year or $100,000 a year? Because that makes a big difference in how you market to them. Are they married or single? Are they 55 or 35? Are they educated? Do they have a bachelor's degree or master's degree? For example, we have a client who's a local doctor, and his ideal client is somebody who's retired and who has a decent income but doesn't want to blow a lot of money towards his deductible on visits to his doctor. One client, he runs a direct primary care practice, so his perfect world client is someone who wants and needs that kind of care. So we look at his marketing, and we target every dollar spent towards that perfect world client profile. So we know our client is not wasting his marketing dollars. You might not think these things matter, but they matter a lot. Knowing your perfect world customer better than they know themselves allows you to really target your marketing efforts and really allows you to target your marketing dollars so you're not spending money marketing to people that don't fit your ideal client profile. The second thing is to have a lead generation system in place. Whether you're just getting started or have been in business for 30 years, believe me, there's nothing better than having a system that takes care of your clients or reminds you when to follow up with a potential new customer. There's nothing better than having a system to keep track of all your contacts and let you know where prospects are in the conversion funnel. At Virtual Stacks, we believe in systems and automation so much that we've built our own CRM, customer relationship management system, from the ground up. We use it ourselves to store all of our client contacts, all of our sales, all of our orders for our sister company, MKB Technology. We use it to host webinars like this one. This very own webinar was scheduled and hosted through our own CRM. After it's done, we'll have a copy of it that we can store and send to our new employees and share with new business owners afterwards. You have no idea how beneficial these kinds of systems and processes are to running and growing your business. They don't just save time, they make you money. Because if you can track where every customer and prospect is in your business or conversion funnel, you can move them further along in that funnel. You can give them what they need, help them more, and build a stronger relationship with them. For example, we have a company in the e-learning space. They help corporations create, print, and store their training materials. They've also developed a new system to help them create their course materials easier. Now that they want to promote that system, all they have to do is export their client list and sort it by the companies that fit the model for the new system. They just load up the Excel sheet into their email system and click send. Boom, it's easy as that. It doesn't have to be just for upsells either. Leads, contacts, clients, prospects. A good lead generation system, or customer relationship system as you could call it, helps you manage them all and move them to the next step easier. The third technique is to make an attractive, memorable offer. It takes between 6 to 9 contacts with a prospective customer before they accept the first meeting in the buying process. So, if you're going to make between 6 to 9 contacts with each potential customer, you might have to contact prospects 18 to 27 times before they make a buying decision. A good way to help this process along is to make an offer they can't refuse. Of course, we know there's no such thing, but there is such a thing as an offer they can and will remember. That way, when they're in the market for your services, whether they need an expert pressure washing service or when they decide it's time to find a new doctor who won't make them wait as long in the waiting room, they remembered your offer of short wait times or 50% off their first pressure washing service. It might be 8, 9, or 10 months down the road, but they'll remember who made them that offer. They might not remember who just said they ran a pressure washing business or local family practice in their area. The fourth technique is to figure out your unique value proposition. Another thing you need to do is to figure out what makes you different from Joe Smith down the street who also runs a contracting business or family practice. In the marketing world, we call this your value proposition. It's not just what makes you stand out, it's what makes you better than your competition. Without this, without a unique value proposition, you're just a commodity. You're just like the guy down the street. So, guess what happens when they can't find your phone number or Google My Business page online? They'll call the other guy. But if you're the family practice that offers same-day or next-day service, you're not a commodity. You're unique. So they'll spend the extra 5 or 10 minutes it takes to find your number. They'll go back to the website where they found your name. A great example of this is from a real estate client that worked with us. His name is Eric Verdi, and he runs a real estate business in Maryland. He doesn't just offer to sell your home or to help you find a new one. He offers an approach. He offers a system with scientific staging and a story-selling approach that will help you get more value from your home. Do other real estate agents in the area do this? Probably, but Eric lets people know. Eric advertises his technique in his value proposition. So, Eric gets the phone calls. There are a number of ways you can advertise your value proposition also. You can publish a case study on your website. You can do it through social media. You can put it in your Google My Business page as part of your SEO strategy. You can put it in your text ads as part of a paid Google AdWords campaign. However you do it, just make sure that people know what makes you different, why you stand out. May seem like obvious advice, but underestimating the competition and lacking a unique value proposition are among common reasons that businesses fail. The fifth technique is to become a master of customer retention. Now, let me ask you this question. Would you prefer a 566% return on investment or a negative 33% return on investment? The reason why I put those figures there is because they are actual numbers. We've done the math on this with our clients, and if they are just trading one customer for another, they are seeing about a negative 33% return on marketing investments. To see a positive return at all, you have to retain your current customers also. The more you do this, the more positive your return will be. The chart here from Kissmetrics shows how much bad customer service costs companies in the US. $83 billion. Wow. The number on the left there, $32.4 billion, That's the cost of businesses that went completely under. Why? Because they couldn't take care of their customers. 50.6 billion. That number refers to the cost of customer churn. Customers who have just abandoned a product or service business, which cost US businesses 50.6 billion a year. Why is this number so ridiculously high? Because it costs more money to attract a new customer in the beginning, but over time, that customer's lifetime value will help you make up for the money you lost. It's an investment, like buying a house as opposed to buying a car. The value appreciates, it grows. But just like maintaining your house, you have to maintain the relationship you have with your customers. Here's another Kissmetrics chart. This one shows the average value of each lost customer for one company. Did you know every customer you lose costs you about $243? Why? Because you spend so much time attracting them, getting them interested, that if they cut their customer cycle short, you're going to lose out, sometimes by a lot. In the old days, you did this by printing and mailing a newsletter to their house. You did this with fruit baskets and letters. These days, in the digital era, it's done a little differently. You send your clients e-zines with stories, tips, and helpful information. You send them pictures of your family, customer stories that might help them as well. You stay connected. And the better you follow technique number 2 and build a good lead generation or customer relationship system, the better you will be at doing this, and the less time it will take to do this, which means that 566% rate of return could be 600%, 700%, or more, depending on how good your systems are and how good you follow technique number 6, which we're about to get into. The 6th technique is to become a master of content creation. Let me ask you this. Why are you in the business you're in? Chances are the answer to that question has something to do with your experience, knowledge, or know-how in your area or industry. You are the expert in your field. If you weren't, you wouldn't be here listening to this webinar in order to grow the business you created out of that expertise. The best marketing strategy is one that makes use of that knowledge and experience you have to create content that lets people know that you're the expert and that makes it easier for them to remember your expertise. Here's how we do this at Virtual Stacks. First, we meet with a client who has a unique question or concern. Then we answer that question in depth with as many examples and illustrations as needed. But we do it strategically. We create a PowerPoint that answers that question. Or sometimes we just record our meetings through that custom-built CRM I mentioned earlier. Then we have all of the information, strategies, and examples we've shared written down. That's free marketing content we can put into our bank. That's content for our next social media post or blog on our website. That's free content we can use to produce an animated explainer video on SEO, paid ads, customer retention techniques, or how to run POS for your restaurant. Whatever that content is, we don't waste it, we leverage it. Content marketing is about using the knowledge you have in your industry and getting it into the hands of the people who need it most, whether they're scrolling through Instagram on their iPhone or listening to a podcast from industry experts. Wherever they're at, they're going to hear and see our content and have stronger recognition of our brand. So, we use a multi-purpose content generation system. One phone call with a client becomes 5 separate pieces of content that we can use as part of our online marketing. This saves hours of time in marketing and thousands of dollars in content creation costs. It also helps reinforce recognition of our brand. Are you truly leveraging your content? Are you truly leveraging your knowledge and ideas to build your business? If not, you should be. You might remember that another reason businesses often fail is because they fail to join the digital revolution. Well, this is something we can definitely help you with further. The 7th technique is becoming a master of your data. Unless you're a financial advisor or an accountant, chances are you didn't get into business to stare at an Excel sheet all day. But even if you don't like numbers, there are some numbers you'll come to love when it comes to your marketing efforts. And most of them, if not all of them, are available for free through Google Analytics. All you have to do is set up your website on Google Analytics dashboard and put a tracking code into your website. Boom! You can start measuring things that will tell you what's working and what is not. But you don't have to get bogged down by the details either. There are 3 areas of measurement that are most important. If you just started out or have been in business for a while but new to the whole marketing data game, there are 6 data points that you can pay attention to. You can scrap the rest for now. The first one is conversion rate, or CVR. This is the number of people who turn into paying customers. Important, right? So if 1,000 people see your Facebook ad and 50 people click the ad, but 20% make the phone call and come into your store or office, your conversion rate is 20%. The second number is bounce rate. This is an important one for SEO. It tells you whether people are just getting to your homepage and leaving, or if they're looking at more than one page and finding out what you have to offer before they leave. The third metric is average time on site. This tells you how much people are liking the content you have on your website. Whether it's a blog page, a services page, or your About Us page, if you want to know if people are reading it, look at this number. There are a lot more numbers we will cover in more detail in future webinars, but these are the basics. If you have a website, which you should in 2017, you need a Google Analytics account. Know your numbers. Know what works and what doesn't, so you can track specifically what advertising is delivering results. If you can't measure it, how are you going to tell me it's working? In summary, you have to have a strategy in 2017 to build your business, and you need tools, systems, and data that put that strategy in place. Only then will you be able to build your customer base and create the perfect world business you dreamt about when you started this whole journey. And don't be afraid to seek out help when you need it. Now, if you have some time, I'd like to share some bonus techniques. Bonus technique number 1 is to make a bold promise, or what we at Virtual Stacks call your big promise. People want results. They want their teeth whiter, their house sold faster, and for their business to make tons of money. As marketers, we must promise to get our clients and customers these results they desire. Here you see Linda Allred, who used her services for a campaign. At 74, she ran her own business and traveled the country speaking to women about weight loss, business success, and creating the lifestyle of their dreams. Her promise? To help you become the hottest ticket in town. If Linda did all of this at 74, you better believe she could deliver. And Linda did. Most ads, blogs, social media campaigns, or webinars don't go far enough in making a big enough or bold enough promise. Your promise should almost scare you. That's when you know it's a good promise. Now you must commit to and fulfill that promise, taking it all the way to keep your readers' attention and get them to read the rest of your blog, buy into your offer, and make that call. Bonus technique number 2 is to use the power of media to build up your celebrity. Remember when Justin Bieber's DUI arrest was the biggest story on almost every news channel? Remember when CNN broadcasted Justin's rise and fall on a primetime special the night before music's greatest stage was turned on? You can see our client here, Dr. William Newsom, talking about the HCG diet plan, one of his best-selling products. Where? On YouTube. He doesn't have to buy a radio or TV spot. He just needs a YouTube account, video camera, and internet connection to build his celebrity status. That is the media of today, and it has the power to escalate situations unlike anything else. Media makes the single biggest difference between being known and being unknown. We have an admiration for people in the media, whether it's for good or bad. We respect media personalities and their opinions more than the opinions of those that are not in the media. People trust Dr. Oz more than the doctors they've had since they were 5, not because he's smarter, more educated, or can produce better results. They trust Dr. Oz because he's on TV. Dr. Oz is an author. Dr. Oz is a celebrity. Rick Ellis, a good friend and client of ours, has a son who's like the Dr. Oz of the travel world. His name is Ben Brown, and he used a little GoPro camera, Instagram, and YouTube account to make over $100,000 a year as a traveler and photographer. Kind of crazy, don't you think? The greatest thing about media today is that you have an infinite amount of choices and channels. Blogs, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, digital newsletters, YouTube, and much more. You don't have to be on a major TV network to build your own media following these days. You just need a strategy and a steady stream of content you can put out there. Blogs, pictures, videos, it doesn't matter. Just get out there. Leverage these media outlets to get your message out there and let the world know what you have to offer. Bonus technique number 3 is to know your competition better than they know themselves. The great thing about living in a digital world is that everything is trackable and traceable. Is your competitor doing better online than you right now? Great. There's data that can tell you exactly what you're doing and what you can do better. But a lot of people don't even know they can do this. If you don't know what your competition is doing, how they're advertising, whether they're using Facebook ads or organic SEO to find new customers, then find out today. If you don't know what search terms or phrases they're targeting online, you can know within minutes. There's an endless amount of tools and platforms out there to help you do that. And if you can find that information on 2 or 3 competitors, you can also beat them at their game and come out on top. This snapshot you're looking at is from a tool called SpyFu. Some parts of it are 100% free. And if you're a local business, it might give you all you need to know about that guy down the street who's getting more customers or clients than you every week. So now you can be that guy next month or next year. We've been doing this for our clients all the time. In fact, we have a client in the pool business that has been outranking his competitors for the past 3 months. Why? No magic formula. We just found out what they're doing and just did it a little better. After 3 months, he's getting more phone calls than he's been getting in the past 2 years. Knowledge truly is power. And if your competitors are advertising online, there's so much data out there, and it's very easy to analyze. So this is the real summary you want to do with your business methodically. And if you want to use the techniques we have to grow your business, you don't have to be afraid to seek help, especially when you can measure when it's working. Now here's a little information about Virtual Stacks, including where we came from and why we're so passionate about what we do. Virtual Stack Systems provides innovative cloud computing and digital marketing solutions. We have locations in Dubai, London, and the US. We have a vibrant data center to support businesses of all shapes and sizes with our solutions for website hosting, secure document storage, e-commerce, point of sale, customer resource management, digital marketing, and more. The evolution of Virtual Stacks began when our CEO Mihir Abdi noticed an interesting trend with our sister company MKB Technology. What Mihir saw was that companies from Florida to Singapore were ordering an increased number of local servers to support their operations. One day, a social media company that ordered a ton of servers from MKB said they were building their own data center to support their business. So Mihir thought, why aren't we doing that? So now, Virtual Stacks is a one-stop shop for businesses large and small, local or international, to build, grow, and scale their operations to the cloud. Some of the world's most successful businesses started that way, just by asking the question, why not? So, that's how Virtual Stacks was born. We're truly a one-stop shop for all of your marketing and cloud solutions to support your business's growth. And Virtual Stacks works with every kind of company you can imagine, from international e-learning companies with markets in New Zealand and Singapore to local businesses wanting to bring their company into the 21st century. And we're evolving every day, excited to keep up with advances in technology, digital marketing, and cloud computing. If you have a tech or digital problem in your business, Virtual Stacks can solve it. Because if you're online and you're providing a great experience for your customers, you're going to be able to continue doing business and attract millennials and Generation Zers that are going to make up the bulk of consumers in the next 10 to 20 years. If you would like to learn more about how Virtual Stacks can help you grow your business, give us a call today and get your free consultation. Our information is posted on the screen. Thank you so much for joining us for today's webinar.